Welcome back to Pentagram Prime, everybody. Um, this is my answer to needing to put out monthly content creation. Um, since the world is being taken over by artificial intelligence, at least in the YouTube space, there isn't going to be a script or anything. There isn't going to be any. Um, I want this to be as raw as possible. Um, I'm having a hard time hearing myself over the game audio. Anyway, yeah, there was a. Um, I do have a math video in the works. I mean, I'm always saying that, but really, I'm like three-quarters of the way done on just the editing part. Um, so I'm not worried about that. But what I am worried about is the problems going forward with having consistently something to put out each month. Sometime in the last 6 months, I saw a video on something called Book Talk. This is TikTokers who make videos about books. And there's evidence that they're not always reading the books. And the reason they're not doing this is because they are trying to put out content um, quickly, you know? And they're also reviewing increasingly simple, short books for this reason. I don't want that to happen to me. I want to do quality content, and I'm looking to, get into other fields that are going to be more time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once a month put out something. Most recently, I thought just put out some KSP videos and just talk about whatever's going on, even if it is a little bit awkward. And we're gonna do a relatively simple moon mission. I'm gonna try to get myself some science points up there. Let's hope I don't forget how to fly while I'm talking. So there is another complex analysis video coming out. That's the one I'm working on now. Similar to the previous one, but there was a lot of details that I like to cover all the finer points in my videos when I'm covering a problem. So it's taken a while to edit. I'm probably going to pivot towards classical electrodynamics in future videos. I'm currently working through an undergraduate text, Griffith's Electromagnetics. Yeah, so working through Griffiths now, and I'm looking to spend less time in front of a video editor than I am with my nose in a textbook, which is my first love. So to that end, there's going to be some changes to the way I make the videos. There's always changes coming. I'm always evolving the way I do things. But you're going to see far less edited, polished content because, for one thing, as I've said, AI is taking over YouTube, and I figure the more human my videos are, probably the better. It's either that or I turn into an AI slop channel, and yeah. Uh, oops. Only one of my Apple apps is at 70. But yeah, I do not want to become an AI slot Jim. Even if so. All right, gotta wait until I get to yeah. I'm keeping the audio going because I know I'm not always going to have something to say, so less awkward that way. Get the speed going. So this is a moon mission. I'm going to try to do it all in one take. Not have it take forever recording. So I'm going to try to fly really, really close to the moon, like bordering on it being a landing. Think of the, I think the dress rehearsal they did on Apollo 10. If I got that right, they did not have a system to take off with. This is because NASA knew that there might be some badass astronauts that were gonna want to say, "Oops, I accidentally landed on the moon." So they said, "No, you have no takeoff system, so just fly close to the surface, but don't land." Good. Okay, that was messy, but got the job done in orbit. Had me use my third stage booster. All right, let's see. I'm gonna dial down the audio just a little bit. Let's see settings. Master volume. Go to 25%. So just a fun fact about time management. Let's see, the problem I'm working on for the purpose of the video, I think I solved that in like a couple of days, not even. I mean, this is just textbook problems. They shouldn't take that long. But yeah, it was done lickety split, and then recopying my notes probably took another week. Script writing probably took like 4 weeks, and then I also had to generate frames and all this, and it's just a time management nightmare, you know. And YouTube's not helping because, best I can tell, YouTube. What can I say about YouTube? Um, I think I need to be putting out some combination of incendiary political content and boy, this audio is loud. Yeah, some combination of incendiary political content and cat videos. Um, for flight note, I need settings. All right, yeah. Yeah, I need to tug on people's emotional heartstrings, and that's just not what I'm all about. Um, Low in the tech tree, so I don't have patch conics, so we're just gonna go ahead and shoot for the moon over here, where it's going to be. All right. Accidentally got my cockpit view there for a second. Yeah, I'm making Kessler syndrome worse in this episode because I'm not properly ditching my boosters, but oh well. Um, don't know how I'm feeling about this trajectory. Crossing fingers. Call that good. So, fun fact. My last moon mission, or I think I can show you where the craft is right now. Yeah, there it is. All right, this little bad boy. Yeah, that moon mission went almost perfectly. Got 45 science, where I normally, I think the last, my record so far is like 10. Like 10.5 science points. This time I got 45 for flying really close to the moon. And on my way back, um, I had an interaction with the moon, um, Mun, and it modified my trajectory. I didn't count on that, and I had already ditched my third stage booster, and I ended up stuck in orbit. So, gonna have to move higher in the tech tree before I can do anything about that. Get a space tug home. So, Jeb has not been lost, but he is stuck in space. Val and I are trying to do him proud. Do right by him. Shut that down. Let's see. Some battery power in reserve. I forgot if I unlocked, what do you call it? Um, solar. So I should probably be doing that. I don't know if I'm really gonna have time to use my um, CurbNet to scan. God, that's Takes a while. You gotta sit there and stare at the screen. Okay, over here because I need to extend my antenna to make sure I can keep in touch. My fellow Kerbals on the ground. And now we're going to time warp. Here we go. I would be a better player at KSP, but KSP is not everything I do. I write, I solve lots of textbook problems, and I even occasionally flip burgers, but not every day. Most of the time I'm jockeying the register. Oh no. Not feeling good about this. Come on, Mun. May you love me. Okay. Got an interaction with Mun. Alright. For those of you who are watching who know anything about career mode, I really should be running other missions while I'm flying this and trying to make use of my time. My original plan was just to use a sandbox game for flights like this. But on impulse, I just decided, you know, this morning I'm just going to go for it and see what I can record. So I didn't really put any mission planning in. Just want to do this lickety split because I'm going to be flipping burgers in a couple of hours, or excuse me, register. Point retrograde. Yes, as I like to tell my coworkers. What am I doing here? So I like to tell my coworkers I wanted to be an astronaut, but I ended up working drive-through instead. Let's see. Actually, I'll tell you what I really like to tell them in a moment, but I can't figure out why I am not able. I am not able to point my vehicle, and I don't know why. Hmm. Did I run out of electrical charge? I did. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did one thing right. I kept something in reserve. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb. I was very dumb. This is a game that is all about planning, and I did not plan. I extended my, yeah, I burned up all my electricity flying around the Kerbin system. So what's going to happen? I'm going to turn on my reserve power, and I'm going to be more careful about how I use it. Right, so got to point retrograde because I got to slow down. trap valve here too. Right. Yeah. So I told this. I work with a lot of guys who are young and they're thinking about joining the military, and I tell them that once upon a time I wanted to be a combat controller. This is a commando, so to speak. Works for the U.S. Air Force, runs around behind enemy lines, and guides in. Um, well, basically, they set up airfields in dangerous places. They were used in the opening days of the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Um, anyway, I don't want to talk too much for what I'm doing. So, Tom, yeah, wanted to guide in military aircraft. And these days, I decided I'm happy with guiding cars through the drive-through. All right, close encounter with the moon. Um, save my electricity. There it is. Okay. Turn the juice back on. Point retrograde. Yeah, so obviously I never became an astronaut, but I can always pretend. Um, I think it was Robert Goddard. I don't know if he said this or somebody else said this at his eulogy. He didn't mind the fact that he never visited Jupiter because he'd visited it in his mind, something like that. So, okay. So I'm not on any sort of science mode mission right now. I am just trying to gather science. Or excuse me, I'm not on any career mode mission. I am just trying to gather science and move up the tech tree. Um, I'll do some missions in a future video. Not that I haven't done missions, I'm just saying this time around, I'm like, just want science. All right, so we gotta get close to the surface without crashing. Kill the juice for a minute. nice and close, and then I'm going to do my material study. Anything? Shoot for 4 kilometers. Don't want to crash into a ridge or anything. Going down. I'm not. Oh, this is gonna be tight. All right. Okay, we're going up. We're going up. All right. So all right, got the 45 science that I wanted. Doors. Almost forgot to turn off the batteries on time warp. And while we're time warping, I'll say that I had fun reading about what I think is Green's theorem. Um, I'm not even going to say what that is because I'm afraid if I misquote it, somebody's going to accuse me of spreading misinformation. I don't want that. Let's see. Let's get to my apoapsis. So I considered having this be like sort of a current events video, and like the monthlies would be some sort of current events video. Um, I mean, I don't mind saying at time of recording we are at war with Iran. Um, you know, um, plenty that could be said about that. The problem with a current events video and with talking about even seemingly apolitical topics, and Iran's highly political as a topic goes, um, there's just a lot of ways to mess that up, you know? And then what was supposed to be a quick monthly video would end up being um, a giant slog of me having to do research and, fact check and all this. Um, it could get messy fast, so I just, you know what, I might talk about what the weather is looking outside my window. I want to say it's about 32 degrees right now. Um, but that's it. That's as far as I got. So All right, we are in lunar orbit. Now I just got to get back in one piece. Val wants to go home, so do I. All right, I'm just going to fire the engine and go for it. Actually, let's see. All right, 2 days in, not bad. Don't need another interaction with the Mun to ruin my trajectory. Still have juice. So the sketchy part is going to be landing, because, as always, because I don't have a lot of fuel or electricity, and I could be coming down basically anywhere on Kerbin. So, all right, so this is a good point to do a burn. Actually, more fuel efficient if I go from the apoapsis. So, all right, batteries back on. Point retrograde. Val needs to get home. She's running out of snacks. I gotta go try to earn a living because YouTube's definitely not doing that for me. Okay. Let's number down to something sensible. This is going to be a hot, high-speed re-entry. It's alright, I got a shield. Alright, reduce the throttle a little bit. And I'm going to go for 25, 24, 25 kilometers in. Normally, I usually go for more like 50. I don't want to skip off the atmosphere. I just want to do this all in one shot. And I'm hanging on to my booster just in case I need it. Save my electricity. Don't need this tab. All right, 6 days and I'm well on my way home. So, not the smoothest mission I've done. Oh, we're gonna be re-entering in the nighttime. It's too bad. I'd like to see the land. So I'm flying over. think I can retract the antenna. 400 kilometers in closing. I'll ditch everything at about 100 kilometers. Yeah, 120 is close enough. Ooh. All right. Remember what I said about planning? Yeah. I may not have any guidance on my way in. Yep. I have 0 electrical charge. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I really dropped the ball on this one. Okay. I'm going to bring everything back into the atmosphere because I should probably do a crew. I should have done a crew report already. Damn it. Yep. 0 science. Oh well. All right. Yeah. Time to turn retrograde. And we're gonna hope somehow or other we survive. Oh, there goes the fan on my computer. Yeah, never gonna be a gaming streamer because my PC is not up to the task, and I don't want to pay for one that is. Come on, Val, we can do this. And yes, I attached the probe core for future missions. I thought I was going to have a chance to use it on this one. But yeah, I'm recording for YouTube, so I'm just going to try to make it work. Good. We're good. Wait a minute. Really? Well, that was exciting. All right. You know, Val is always going to be with us in spirit and in future games. We appreciate her sacrifice in all her iterations. And until next time, this is Pentagram Prime blowing up.